Okay, so lots of people struggled on this, so let's do a quick run through of it. First couple of questions are just simple Pythagoras ones. So here we are. On the first one, we've got to find out what x is. So Pythagoras, remember that squared plus that squared equals that squared. Okay, this is the longest side, so that's the hypotenuse. Remember, always got to be with right angle triangles as well. So we're going to have a square there. We're going to have a square there. We're going to have a square on this one. This one's the biggest square because it's the biggest side, longest side. Square the 12, you get 144. Square the 5, you get 25. Now usually you do that plus that equals that to find out what the longest side length is, but we're working backwards because it's the short side. So 144 take away 25 is 119. Okay, now how do we get it out of the square? We use square root. So square root of 119 will give you, push SD, 10.9. So that's 10.9 centimetres. Usually in a GCSE they put the units for you, but just in case, if it doesn't, there you go, 10.9. All right. Next one, we're finding the longest side, and it's asking you to find out the length AB. Of course, this is AC, that's BC, so we're trying to find out what this one is. I'm going to put an X on it. Okay. Square that, you get 225. Square that, you get 64. Add them together, so 225 add 64 will give you 289. I forgot to write the square. 289. To get it out of the square root it, and it's going to be 17. Nice round number there. Okay, that's the first two done. Okay, questions 3 and 4. This is where we get onto the proper trigonometry. Okay, so first thing you do with every trigonometry question, you always label the sides. Okay, longest side is your hypotenuse. There's nothing on this one, so we don't need to worry about it. And this side is opposite the angle. So there's our O. Okay, remember which one uses sine. Which one uses sine? Which one's using opposite? And the hypotenuse, as I just said, is the sine. Okay, so there is going to be a S, O, and H there. Apologies if you just heard a bit of coughing or sneezing. That was my cat. Okay, so plug everything into the triangle. So we're going to have sine 31 there. Opposite we're trying to work out. The hypotenuse is 10 centimetres. So into our calculators we will type in sine 31, close the bracket remember, times by 10. And it comes out as 5.15 centimetres. 5.15 centimetres. So how would we split up the marks? I would say for recognising its sine is 1 mark. If you're getting the final answer is the other mark. Okay. Next one, let's have a look. Question 4. We're trying to find out the length of AB. AB is what we're trying to find out. I'm going to stick an X on it. Okay. What we're going to use here, let's label the sides first of all. So we've got hypotenuse there, and we've got this side which is next to both of the angles, so that's the adjacent. Nothing on the opposite, we don't need to worry about it. So the trig ratio that we use that's got the A and the H is cosine. Okay, so do the triangle again. So we're going to get cos 25 there. What goes on top? That's the A, which is our X, and the H is 12.5. Okay, so what you type into your calculator, here we go, there's our calculator, cos 25, close bracket, times by 12.5, see how that comes out. That comes out as 11.3-ish, 11.3 centimetres. Okay, right, questions 5 and 6 now. Right, questions 5 and 6 are when you're finding out angles. So we're not using classic sine, cos, tan. We're using the inverse of them, okay? Which of course means using the shift button on the calculator. All right. First off, we're trying to find out this one. Remember, first step is always label the sides. Okay. This one's the opposite of the angle. This one is next to both of the angles. Okay. Which one uses the O and the A? Well, it's tan. So TOA goes there. Fill in the triangle. We're going to be having tan of x there. We're going to have the opposite on top, which is 8.5. We're going to have the adjacent there, which is 12.3. Okay, right. So this means tan x will equal 8.5 divided by 12.3. So in order to find out what x is, we've got to use shift tan of 8.5 divided by 12.3. Comes out as 34.6. What unit's that? Well, it's an angle, so it's degrees. So x is 34.6 degrees. Okay, next up, again label the sides. We're trying to find out what angle ACB is. ACB. That means whatever's in the middle. So we're trying to find out what that one is. Okay, so now we've got that. What's opposite? That's opposite. And that is the longest side. That's the hypotenuse. Okay, so sine x goes there. Opposite goes on top. Hypotenuse goes down here. Okay, so sine x equals 8 divided by 10. 8 divided by 10.5. So we're going to use, to find out what the angle is, we use shift sine 8 divided by 10.5. And that is 49.6 degrees. So x equals 49.6 degrees. Okay, final one is an isosceles triangle this time. Okay, and we're trying to find out what that x is down there. Okay, that's isosceles. So if that's 12, that would be 12 as well. Okay, so what we can do is make two right angle triangles. Okay, and so if we split it down the middle, half of 9.6 would be 4.8. So we've now got a new triangle where that's still 12, that's now 4.8 at the bottom. We're trying to find out what that angle is there. Okay, this is next to both the angles. That is our hypotenuse. So we're going to use inverse cos of the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. Now I'm going through this one quite quickly because it is the extension question and I wouldn't expect everyone to attempt it. Inverse cos of 4.8 divided by 12, and we've got 66.4 degrees. Hope it helps. Thank you very much.